Hi, this is Alex. Thanks for clicking and welcome to this lesson on when to use a few and few or a little and little. Now the differences are actually a little difficult, but after this lesson I think you should have a good grasp of it. So we have a couple of different sentences. So there are two levels to the rules here. So first we're going to talk about when do we use a few and few, and when do we use a little and little, and afterwards I'm going to tell you about which one is positive and which one is negative. So here we have, I read a few pages. Okay, so the word pages, this is a count noun. It's a plural count noun, right? So you can have one page, you can have two pages. Again, you can have oranges, lemons, anything you can count, you would use a few or few, okay? So for few and a few, we only use them for plural count nouns. Okay, so again, if you can count it and it's more than one, you can use a few or few. Now you use little. I drank a little water. Water is a non-count noun. So again, as in past lessons, we've mentioned that you cannot count water, right? You cannot fill your bathtub with water and say one water, two waters, three waters, or electricity, one electricity, two electricities. If you cannot count it, then you use a little or little, okay? So we use little or a little for non-count nouns. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, we can actually get to the meanings of when you use few versus when you use little. So here I have four sentences, and two of them match. I have a little money, I have little money, I have a few lemons, I have few lemons. So what is the difference between these? So let's look at these two first of all. Okay, so if I say I have a little money, so if I go into my pocket and I have a little money, I have some money, it's positive, right? I don't have zero, I have some. So I have a little money. If I say I have a few lemons, so if I go over here, and if I have some lemons, say I have a few lemons, I have some, I don't have zero. This is a positive statement, okay? So we use a little and a few when when we want to seem positive about having something. You know, we don't have zero, we have some. It's okay, we have a little bit at least. Okay, so these are both positive. I have some. And we're happy because at least we have some, okay? Here, if I say I have little money or I have few lemons, again, I have little money. So again, if I reach in my pocket, take out some change, I don't have a lot of money. I have little money, not a lot, okay? Just like if I say I have few lemons instead of a few lemons, okay? I have few lemons, I don't have a lot of lemons, I only have 3 lemons. I wish I had 6 lemons, but I don't, so I'm very sad. So if you say I have little or I have few, it's negative. You're not happy. You wish you had more, okay? You don't have a lot. So give me one moment. So this is negative. And this says that I don't have a lot. Okay? I apologize for the writing being a little slanted there. Okay, so just to review the couple of rules that we've learned here today, when you want to use few or a few, you can only use them with plural count nouns. So again, I read a few pages, of a book. Whereas if you're using little or a little, you use those for non-count nouns. So I drank a little water. So just if we go down here again, I'll reinforce what I just taught here. Is I have a little money. You can't count money by saying I have one money, I have two monies. No, it's a non-count noun. So we have to use a little or little, just like we've done here. Versus here, where I say I have a few lemons, I have few lemons, I can count lemons. I can say one lemon, two lemons. So for plural count nouns, we would use few or a few. But again, when you're saying a little or a few, I have some, it's positive, okay? Versus if you say I have little money or I have few lemons, I don't have a lot. It's a negative connotation behind that statement. Okay, so if you're still a little confused or you're almost there, I highly recommend checking out the quiz on engvid.com that will, further strengthen your skills in these terms. Thanks again for watching, and take care.